I see you can see me. Can you hear me? Is the video bad? Is the sound bad? I think we're on, huh? It was the camera.
I see you can see me.
Alrighty, so
Can
that
you
was the
hear me?
problem. It
Is
wasn't
the
the
video
internet. It was just as I
bad?
predicted. It was
Is
the
the
camera.
sound bad?
Hold on.
I think we're on, huh?
Alrighty, now that we're back, let's just get this over and done with, okay? Alrighty, here we go. As we were saying, I, when you were with us on Monday, you heard Eddie's report, and we were just shocked. We were just shocked that the CBI and the GOI told the Iraqi citizens that they've been using two rates. You saw the article, you saw the quote from it, and then I told them, I said, wow, I'm so glad that they found part of the monetary reform education. To tell you something like that, it's important. And Walking Stick and I would like to explain to you, family, that the two rates that they're using were tested in the RV phase of the monetary reform. That's kind of like the first phase. Second phase is what we call the second article from the CBI, and that's what you're going through right now, the education. There is a third phase that they are now defining to the Iraqi citizens, and that's more of the international phase of the monetary reform. When they talked to them last week about the fact that they have been using two rates, they told them that they were tested and they were proven. Yeah, because that's what the RV face of the monetary reform was doing for many years in many of its transactions, in many of its conversions. For example, when Iraq would sell oil, it would be paid in American dollars, which was one rate that was using, was then converted into the program rate of the IQD internally in Iraq, which is a different rate. That's what the problem was, that the money was being stolen by Iran, but not anymore. Still is, but nowhere near at the level it was. And when they're caught now, mm, to have two rates, to have multiple rates, is only because they were using two sets of books exactly the way we told you. The difference was all the internal, the difference was that all of these rates were being used internally between the CBI and the GOI on the change of the IQD, I'm sorry, on the change of the USD into IQDs via the oil sales. This tells the citizens that the CBI and the GOI were able to maintain a stable exchange rate, controlling any inflationary factors. We told you that inflation factors were part of the monetary reform. They tell the Iraqi citizens any inflationary factor. Transparency. Are you listening? This is called transparency. Transparency is so vital right now for the citizens to fully understand what is about to happen with their currency in the monetary reform. It must not fail with the citizens, and it is not. So we give you that little, I'm buffering again. God. Alrighty, testing one, two, three. Testing one, two, three. Testing one, two, three. No, you're not. Okay, Bob. Thank you, Bob. Okay, then Robin says, oh,
Alrighty,
but the
testing one,
buffering is
two,
really
three.
bad. Oh,
Testing
Pamela
one,
says it's
two, three.
buffering.
Testing one, two,
So
three.
who
No,
do I
you're
pay
not.
attention
Okay, Bob.
to?
Thank you, Bob.
Cuts out your
Okay,
word.
then Robin says, oh, but the buffering is really bad. Oh, Pamela says it's buffering. So who do I pay attention to?
All right, family, I'm so sorry that this is happening. We've tried two cameras. We've tried things that, to improve the internet power. I don't know what's going on. So I already gave you the first report on the dual exchange rate that they're talking to the citizens who would like to talk to you. Walking Stick and I would like to talk to you about an article that came out today. And it was talking about a 20,000 Iraqi dinar note. If you remember, it was many months ago, we gave you a full report. We said, family, it's possible that you're going to see la la, la la, la la. Then today you see an article that says, and by the way, I was going to show you the articles and everything else, but no, there's no sense of me doing that because you can barely hear me as it is right now. I am not having any issues. Your news is too hot. No, I'm sorry, Jojo. The central bank announces the imminent insurance. Okay, thank you, Claire. Now, and by the way, let's read that together. You ready? It says, thank you, Claire. The central bank announces the imminent issuance of a decision regarding the possibility of printing a denomination of 20,000 dinars. Oh, Sean, thank you, thank you. In my humble opinion, you're the only girl worth listening to. Thank you for all the information. God bless you. Thank you, Sean. Thank you. I'm going to try my best to be a little bit more patient here. We're going to get through this, okay? Um, and if you remember, or not remember, but if you listened to let's do it again. Let's do it again. And pay close attention now. Pay close attention to what was being said by the Central Bank of Iraq. All right, so first of all, the central bank announces, oh, so you guys want to make an announcement? Yes, we do. What's up, CBI? We want to make an announcement, the imminent issuance. Imminent? Something that is possible to happen? Yeah. Issuance, something that's possible to be done. Yeah. Of a decision. Of a decision? So in other words, it's already been made? All right, a decision regarding the possibility of which is it? Did you make the decision or not? Well, it's possible. Look, don't play these games with us. Which is it? Double negative, double entendre. See, because just this has three double negatives in it. So you want to make an announcement, imminent, a decision, and it's possible that you might do this decision of printing a denomination of 20,000 dinars. All right, so ring a ding ding, ring a ding ding. Hi, this is Frank. Can I help you? Frank, what? Look, we're screwed. What? Who told you all that? Guru, no, no. Making a decision? Family, Walking Stick wants you to know we still don't know what that decision is, do we? You don't jump off your horse in the middle of the desert. You don't go chasing waterfalls. Making a decision. Well, that's fine, Walking Stick says, but we don't even know if they're going to even make that decision. We don't even know if they're going to print the 20K. Besides, we already talked to you about this KTFA family, about the 20K note. We told you that it would make it easier for the Iraqi citizens in the conversion into the new small category notes. Remember, some of the 3-0 notes may coexist. Are you listening, family? Remember, so, wow, 602 people. We were over 7 going on 800, and they didn't want to come and join us. Interesting. Very interesting. Their loss. Um, remember, family, that some of the 3-0 notes will coexist with the new small category notes and the coins that are soon to join the 30 notes that are in circulation right now. This whole concept about printing the 20K note, it's actually just a rumor. And when you look at the sentence that we just gave you, I mean, that kind of backs up what I just told you. The rumor doesn't, they can't even define the rumor properly. Uh, can you give me the definition of a woman? No. Okay. Hey, CBI. Yeah. Are you going to print a 20K note or not? Uh, Maybe. Well, then, why would you even bring the subject up? Frank, we're going to introduce new small category notes very soon with the new exchange rate and coins. Yeah. The 20 is. Oh, but you probably aren't going to do it, are you? Uh, Probably not. It would be a waste of time. If you haven't printed them yet, you don't have the time to print them. Remember, family, the new small category notes, they will coexist for a certain amount of time uh, until they're satisfied that they've lifted enough three zeros. You see, dual pricing in the market is a possibility. We see it every day. But this cat has not been let out of the bag yet. This cat has not been let out of the monetary reform bag just yet. But Walking Stick says it's coming. Oh, it's coming. The truth of the matter is that more than likely this 20K is for the same reason for the 50K, for the 100K. Here, you be the teacher this time. You want to answer a phone? It's up to you. Here, you be the teacher this time. Oh, Lord, I forgot what I was going to ask you. Oh, dear God, help me, please. Let me just repeat what I said, and maybe that'll help me because that threw me off. I still suffer from the anesthesia, 16 operations. This note may be for inner banking. Just like remember when we talked to you about the 50K and the 100K? Those are big notes, Frank. Well, so is the 20K, but it's less than the 25. These notes could be used for inner banking, just like the 50 or the 100 notes. We just don't know yet. This all actually started out as a rumor with some solid ground in order to make the monetary reform process easier for the citizens of Iraq. Family, the fact that they're talking about this 20K is just another loud megaphone announcement to the citizens of Iraq that a change is coming to their currency. This this is this is very focused details of the monetary reform education to the citizens of Iraq. These are details of the monetary reform that belong to the citizens. They're the same thing that Walking Stick told us that they were going to do to the citizens and teaching them at a microscopic level about the monetary reform. Callie, if you laugh at the fact that I'm wearing green, Can I laugh at your color? I guess you don't understand what's happening right now in the green zone, do you? You see, the CBI is in the green zone. Dr. Thunder, thank you for being my hero. Thank you, Dr. Thunder, for your generosity, for your financial contribution. So, family, this article that was rather confusing in its wording, mute my side tank. So, family, this article that was rather confusing in its wording is actually pinpoint details of the monetary reform. And it screams that a coexisting of currencies is soon to occur in the nation of Iraq for a monetary reform reason. Walking Stick said, Frank, the variables of the monetary reform are being laid out in the monetary reform to the citizens right now in very, very fine details. Layers and layers are being peeled off until they can send them to the banks. Walking Stick says, don't panic on about something that we don't have full understanding about yet. Don't panic on something that they even say themselves that they haven't even made a decision about yet. So instead, let us consider that what happened today is actually for an internal usage. The 50, the 100, and maybe this 20K, or maybe not at all. Maybe 20K will be the highest note. In the streets, in the markets. Then eventually they could make adjustments, but I don't think so. And here's why. Walking Stick and I want you to understand that the nuisance, the time, the effort, the logistics, the cost of doing such a massive printing just before they're ready to give them what they've been talking about is a reason why not to print the 20K. Oh, there's more logic in the fact that it might be used for an internal usage than anything else. For example, they can keep the 30 notes for an extended amount of time, coexisting with the new small category notes, or they may not. They could just come right out at the start and say, give us your lower note or your 30 notes for the higher note. I'm sorry, give us your 30 notes for the. We don't know. Too many variables. That's why we can know when to hold them, when to fold them. Conclusion. Conclusion of what happened today. They may be, or not. So the article's coming out with a 20K note to coexist with the 25K note, or just be an inner bank note like the 50 and 100. Because due to the cost of weighing the benefits of a 20K, well, that alone tells you it's just not worth it to do this. If they did this, then the CBI's phone will be ringing off the wall like crazy. Lots of people would be calling them asking them, what the heck did you just do? What does this mean? Is this going to exist with the new notes that you're promising, with the coins that you've been telling us about? What? Yeah, and I don't think that the CBI is in the mood to be answering a gazillion questions right now, if you know what I mean. And the point of the 20K note was the point of the monetary reform education is to simplify. KISS is to simplify the process of the monetary reform for the citizens so that it would be successful with the citizens in their country, in this currency transaction. It is happening. Walking Stick said, Frank, no one should be panicking about this article. On something that we still lack information on. This is part of the monetary reform. We need to know when we can exchange, where we can exchange, at what rate, if it's going to float, if it's going to come out right away at 1-to-1, or if it's going to come out at 3 plus already. All these factors, Frank, have not been given to us yet, but they will be. One should not be panicking on something that we still lack information on, and in my opinion, is rather an illogical, useless step for this 20K note. What you should do, CBI, is just give the citizens the new small category notes and the coins like you've been telling them, and then just do the float. Because a float equals one thing, REER. They've told the citizens, they've told us that they're going to float their currency, right? Yeah, we have the articles. Then, what did I just say that a float equals? Then that means that you need a lower denomination currency. Look, let me give you three things and we'll start to wind, well, no, okay, all right. Three things. Number one, let me give you three clues, is what I'm trying to say. Hold on, let me drink something. Mr. GC, Frank and Tink, I don't have any monetary donations, but I pray for you daily. There's no price on prayers. You're giving me the most precious gift. You having a conversation with God about my wife and I? I love you too. Allow me to give you three clues that will tell you that a 20K note is stupid. Let me give you three clues that a 20K note is not needed. That's right, C.S. Hessman. That is what's needed. C.S. Hessman just says the new small category notes need a rate to make sense. CENTS. That's cute. Okay. Yeah, to give change back, and they're going to give it to them. And that floored us, remember? Because we told you, we didn't think they were going to give them the coins right away. Then when we found out the argument of them, whoa, why? Well, we just want them to go ahead and make sure that they get the full value of the new exchange rate. All right, that's fair enough. Also, because we're going to be dealing with it in the stock market, the herbal, the Iraqi stock market. I mean, you know what I mean? Oh, okay. So here are three clues that tell you that this 20K is a bunch of nonsense. Number one, they told the citizens they're going to introduce new small category notes. Lower small category notes than from the big 3-0 notes we've got. And that's when the citizens did one of those German Shepherd looks when they go, hmm? When the dog is like, you want to go outside? Hmm? You want a treat? Hmm? Yeah. So the three clues. Number one, they told the citizens they're going to give them lower category notes. Hmm? Number two, they told the citizens they're going to give them coins when they introduce the new small category notes. Huh? What? Hey, Raggy, did you hear that? Yeah, Shaggy. What's number three? And number three, they're going to float. I mean, these three things have been told to the citizens of Iraq, and you just happen to be a benefit of it to be able to hear this. They already talked about all of these three things. So why bother with a 20K note? Stupid. Well, because the other guru said, Frank, that this is very significant and it means a lot. It does? Okay. I'm not laughing at no gurus. I'm just laughing at the comedy of the desperation of people wanting to hear only what they want to hear. God bless you all. Look here, before I leave, how about if we go and see what Eddie had to say? Because I told Eddie, I said, Eddie, go talk to your bank friend. There's so many rumors out there. Find out about this, find out about this. Oh, Eddie, here's another rumor. It's not in the articles. It's not even in your streets. Ask him. Ask him. Does he think they're going to come out at 1-to-1? So with that in mind, allow me then just to read a little bit. Just un poquito, okay? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, let me see. The end. That's it. Okay. Let me find. Okay, hold on a second. You know, this is interesting. Listen to this article before I move on to what I was going to show you. Saudi Arabia's crown prince is seeking a new foreign policy. He is seeking to strengthen ties with China and Russia. A new agreement has been reached with Iran that will ease tensions in the Gulf region. New alliances are being formed, and the U.S. is finding itself being left outside of a relationship that once was secure. This major economic shift, etc., 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 etc. Why do I read that to you? Because the American dollar is being murdered by the leaders of our country, and I don't understand why. The only reason why is because it would line their pockets with billions. So far, 7 have been found. They will find 8. They will find 9. They will find more. Here we go. I know it's only been one day since Monday, but there's a lot on here. So let me see what I want to read to you. Here we go. Let's start with this one. No, let's not. No, let's not. Mr. Frank, the government just announced that Parliament is saying there is no issue with the oil and gas law, the HCL, and it looks to be passed soon with no issues. That's so exciting. It's amazing, Frank, that that will be a like a final key to make the RV go in place. We are waiting for that for over a decade. You were right. Your files told us that the HCL was secure. Don't worry about it. But as Iraqi citizens, we did. To which I say to him, that is correct, Eddie. And like Walking Stick and I have been constantly telling you, the HCL is secure. There are no issues with that in Kurdistan. Yes, Mr. Frank, we have learned this. This is awesome news for us here. By the way, Eddie, this is me talking. Oh, guys, stop calling. Anyways, you know what? I don't want to show you. By the way, the phase that we are in is actually called an RI, Eddie. It is a reinstatement of the Iraqi currency value. It's not an RV like you just said. That was the revaluation calculation phase of the monetary reform that lasted between 5 and 6 years. Please, Neil, send Eddie to his bank friend. I want to know about that rumor. Yes, Frank. Eddie says his bank guy thinks it might not float. See, you don't know about this rumor, do you? Eddie says his bank friend thinks it might not float, but instead goes straight to $3. Oh, buddy. What do you think about that, family? Do you think that they'll come out at 1 to 1? Do you think that maybe they'll come out at 150 to 1, maybe 2 to 1, maybe 3 to 1? You understand what Walking Stick is trying to tell you? We don't have enough information of these last final notes of the whale song. Yeah, Frank. Eddie says, golly. So yeah, Eddie's friend, thinks it's possible. Yeah. I said to him, Eddie, I heard about that rumor. I heard about that rumor. And I brought it up to Walking Stick, and we both agreed that it's stupid because it has to float, Eddie. Mathematically, they need to float. That's what the RV was about. But either way, we win, don't we? Quentin, how you doing, buddy? Thank you kindly for your financial contribution. Dr. Thunder, thank you all. Thank you very much. Humbled and appreciate you. So what do you think about that? What do you think about Walking Stick and my respond to Eddie about this? I mean, we know it's out there. The rumor, it's everywhere in the streets. It's within our teams. No, it's not on the internet. They don't know about that. So that's why I asked Eddie, go talk to your bank friend and ask him what he thinks about that rumor. And basically, he just said that his bank guy thinks it might not float, but just go straight to 3 plus. To which I told him, I said, yeah, okay, I heard about that rumor, but mathematically, no, it has to float. Then, Frank, Eddie says that the IMF is doing interviews on the news right now on a Rakia Channel 1. They're calling it this massive media campaign, and they're saying that they are backing, that the IMF, can you believe this, Frank? That the IMF says they are backing the 2023 budget, and the president of Iraq is saying how Iraq needs to push and approve the oil and gas law as soon as possible because it's ready. A lot of news is popping all over the place, Mr. Frank, just like you told us this last week would be hot. Yesterday, I said to him, this is the last report. So I say to him, like, like we told you, Eddie, this last week would be explosive because of the media campaign. Because of the media campaign that they are doing. And I'm glad that you're able to learn so much more at a faster pace. Now, with the monetary reform at the beginning of next month, it will really be loud. And he put, yes, a bunch of exclamation marks. We are expecting the same thing too, Mr. Frank. Also on Channel 1 Arakia News with this mass media campaign, the CBI today is saying in coming days they will make a decision on whether to print this new 20K note or not to print it. They're telling us that it would help to solve the difference in the price rates in Erbil and Baghdad. Your report told us about the stock markets, I think that's what they mean. They also said that this is in agreeing with the oil and gas law, which is ready to be voted on, and we just don't know about the new 20K note. Finally, Mr. Frank, the trade minister did interviews today on Channel 1 saying they are making Iraq an international trade center from Asia to Europe. They're talking about. I have been asked how many how many currencies do you think will be in the basket? And I said at one time 7, 8, maybe 9. But then later I gave you a different number that was like 3 times as much. Trade minister did an interview saying that they are making Iraq an international trade center from Asia to Europe. How many countries is that? They're they're talking about this on this media campaign. They're saying that Iraq will be a major trade center of the Middle East. Mr. Frank, how can that be with a program rate? It is so obvious what is happening. Every day we are excited. The streets talk also, the street talk also talking about the new currency, the 20K note, and they telling us changes coming to our currency. I mean, can you be any more to the point, CBI? To which I say, yeah, 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 volbita. Listen, this new note, the 20K note that they're talking about, Eddie, it's actually part of the monetary reform. Remember we talked to you about it last year? But it is only a temporary step. Remember we told you that it would help you in giving back change? But that was at the 3 zeros. You will give change back at the lower notes. And this will only be temporary until they float the currency internationally. Today, they tell you that Iraq will be a center hub for trade, for goods, for currency, for many things, from resources to the power of the Iraqi dinar. Yes, Eddie, many things that is going to prosper in Iraq. Eddie, your family, your friends in the street are wise to this new 20K note. You all realize that it will replace the 25K note. You guys are wise. You know it's going to replace the 25K note that you have right now. And when they remove the 3 zeros, it will adjust in your calculation. And when they remove the 3 zeros, it will adjust in your currency circulation. My bad, guys. And that's the end of that. So you got a report from Walking Stick and myself. You got a report from Eddie. I'm not going to show you the articles. You can go in there and look at them. We highlighted them for you. We got them all set up. Um, I, I, I'm done. But one thing I've noticed when I don't bring in an advertiser on Wednesdays, that I usually open it up for like 10, 15 minutes on Wednesdays when I don't have an advertiser. To you, there's a lot that's going on. Just because you don't read about it doesn't mean that it's not happening. There's a lot going on. Now, if you have any questions, oh, here's one. Is Eddie Frank's son, since he calls him son? No, Joe. No, I suppose because I'm a senior citizen. I'm 98 years old. I, I'm not 98?
No,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm 89. I'm
no,
sorry.
I'm not that either.
Oh, I'm not 89 either?
No.
Well, I'm like 22 years old. Times four. No, times three, I think. Yeah, times three. And I don't know. I guess the fact that I'm older than he is, he's in his middle 20s. I guess, that's why I call him son. Alrighty, Joe says, thank you so much. Well, you're welcome. Mark Gates, they said they might print the supposed 20K note. Ah, see, his husband's being like me. I believe it's a distraction, and you are correct in my opinion that it doesn't make any sense. It's full of caca. See, his husband knows Spanish? Okay. Hit the like button. Okay, let me hit it. Boom. I just took it to 13 for me. Okay. There was a credit card charge for the amount. No, that's not a question. Thank you, Frank. Just got done with work, so happy to see you. Well, thank you, Mordecai. And Joe says, ha ha ha. Frank, did you meet up with Walking Stick? Thank you, Ray Cox. Family, a week from this Thursday. A week from this Thursday, Walking Stick is scheduled. We believe that we're probably going to get a chance to finally be with him in the month of May. Is there one thing about the monetary reform that worries you? Yeah, yeah, that it's coming. And I mean that sincerely. Look, for almost 20 years, it's been easy to teach you about the monetary reform. And now that it's here on the doorsteps, knocking on our door, they're soon to open that door, and I am concerned. I'm concerned about how people are going to react with this money. Uh, I don't know. I'm concerned about that. That's what I worry about. Nothing else. I worry about how this money will affect you. Let's see. Is there any other? Is there one thing? No, that ain't it. When is Walking Stick gonna see you? I just answered that. Comprendo español. You do see assessment? ¿Tú hablas español? No kidding. Capisci italiano también? No? Buongiorno. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Was ist los bitte? Einer sprechen Sie Deutsch und wie viel in kleiner, ja. Anyways, yeah, I speak a lot of languages. I speak Hawaiian too. What's up, brah? I speak French. French fry, French dressing, French salad. No, is that French? French bread, French dressing. Let me see. Any other questions? Because I don't see any. The U.S. Treasury got all kinds of 25K notes. They wouldn't be losing their dinar because of the U.S. Treasury. Actually, truth, they have 100K notes. In my opinion. What do I know? Are new small category notes going to be in the ATM soon, in your humble opinion? Yeah, because we're walking into April. Yeah. I thought they were already loaded, to be honest with you, but Walking Stick recently told me, no, Frank. That's what number two is doing right now in his bank here in the mainland. Okay. Do you think the U.S. Treasury will use some of their IQDs that they have to pay the national debt of the U.S.? Nate the Great. No, Nate. The party that's in the White House right now, they don't pay bills. They make bills. They don't save money. They spend money. They print money. They are not smart. The people that are in the White House right now believe in credit cards. I believe in gold and silver. They gave it to Jesus as one of his gifts. Kerr? Is that oh, Kerr? Oh, no, Carrie. I couldn't see it all over here. Carrie Taylor, thank you for your contribution, for your financial contribution. God bless you. Hugs and kisses. Muchos thank yous. Alrighty, let's see. U.S. has 510,000 K notes they use for bank notes, business as well. 20K notes could be used. Okay, I already said that, so you're repeating what I said. Do you think that the U.S. Treasury will use some of the IQDs? Okay, I already answered that. Money they've already spent. Yep, that's right. That's right, John. Do you think that the ceiling of the float could be? What do you think that the ceiling of the float could be? I don't mind answering that. In my opinion, 425. What do you think, RV? RV? Recalculate. Recalculate. Up to what? Frank or Tink? Oh, this is for you too, Tink. Which product is the only one that you mentioned about to help with joint pain? BioCell.
I just posted the link for it.
BioCell. Tink just posted the link. Study it. If you need help, call us. Hola, tío Pancho, ¿cómo estás? Larry Gallegos? How about that? Estoy muy bien, Larry. ¿Cómo estás tú? Cindy, we all have to allow God. No, that's not a question. What about taxes on the RV? You know, there are many of you that believe that you're not going to be paying any taxes on this transaction. When was the last time that our government allowed you not to pay taxes on money that you earned? You remember I said the word transparency today and how important it is for the monetary reform? And then I looked at the camera and I said, are you paying attention? B. Transparency is extremely important. You think that they're going to tell you what they're going to tax you on? You think that they got a bazillion IRA agents coming to you to take this money away from you? 2 days ago, they knocked on the house of a private citizen that was going to go testify and make them look bad. And what did they do? Knocked on their door and scared the living caca out of them. That's terrorism. That's weaponizing our government. Only banana republics do that. And they're doing it over and over and over. If it wasn't Mar-a-Lago, if it was... So, you're going to pay taxes. And stop kidding yourself. Proper stewardship does not lie to you. Lots of people will need help. Yes, God, good afternoon. Prepare for the kingdom. Yes. Should I be worried if other countries stop using the USD? Boy, if that's all you have is the USD, I would worry. But for 20 years, I've shown you two. Hello, buffering bad. Have to try later. Okay, goodbye. Pancho is a funny guy. Lunchbox. Thank you, Lunchbox. I'm a funny guy. Okay, I'm funny, Jan. I'm funny. I'm funny. When I look in the mirror when I shave, I crack up. Mr. GC, I appreciate your mode of teaching, Frank. I'm still confused. Three holes in my brain. I remember you said that we would go to the banks and not get the so-called 800 numbers. Oh, you mean from the gurus, Mr. GC? Because it's the gurus that say that, hey, come to me and I'll give you an 800 number. Look, give me your credit card. What? Give me your credit card. You got a MasterCard. You got a Visa, don't you? Yeah. Give me it. Give it to me. Here it is, Frank. Let me see that. All right. This is the front of your credit card. This is the back of your credit card. Now, you see the back down here? You see that 800 number? There's your freaking 800 number for your bank. Unbelievable. Oh, no, Frank. He said this 800 number is only to exchange. I won't be able to exchange anywhere else, only with this 800 number, Frank. Yeah, for real. And you believed him? Yeah, I believed him. Come here. I got some beachfront on Mars for you. It's a really good price. Oh, Carrie Taylor, thank you for your financial contribution. Let's see, can you find a shrinking device so I can fit in your luggage so I can go with you on your trip to Jerusalem? Nah, only if you're, what is that, the ant? What's that ant? Adam Ant? The guy that pushes and he shrinks down and he gets big again? I forget. Do you think,
Ant-Man.
what, honey?
Ant-Man.
Ant Man. Oh, okay. Do you think that they will allow this to happen, then do a bail in? You mean a bailout? Everything's going to be okay. One wild win. Don't look for anything to stab you in the back. Let's see. Iraq has a big military. Yeah, you should have seen what the Air Force, what Iraq Air Force did uh, Monday and Tuesday. That's why I wore blue. They blew the they blew the Shiite out of people out there, man, that deserved it. You know what I mean? Alrighty, let's see. What's do you think that they will allow this to happen? No, that's a bailout. Okay, next one. Thank you so much. Got it. You listen to who? No, Judy, and besides, that's why my admins got rid of it. We don't mention other gurus. They just got 800 numbers. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have horsed around. Are you concerned about the digital currency that we still aren't on the gold standard? Are we? No, we're not on the gold standard. In our country, our government will probably never do that. When Richard Nixon and Kissinger took us off the gold standard, it was for their advantage at that time. It was a desperate move, but it was a bad move. Yeah, that's how we've lost so much value to our currency. What do you back up the American dollar with? My word of honor, not good enough. I can get that from Russia. I'm not sure what to do about how to prepare for taxes. Terry, you take a portion out. If you have $1 million, you should consider that 300,000 to maybe even 400,000 doesn't belong to you. If you're left with 500, 600,000, be grateful for that. Multiply that. I'm not sure what to do. Okay, how to prepare. So yeah, you know how to prepare. When you exchange your currency, you are also taking out what you need to pay your taxes with of that amount. Never use money that doesn't belong to you because how are you going to pay it back? A credit card? That's the problem with our country. AE says, pay Caesar. Yeah, AE, personally, I say throw it in his face and give the rest to God. Muy bien, voy a estar mandando en millones de pesos. Okay, Larry, that sounds good. Liquid biocell, there you go. It depends on when you purchase. No, are the 50K notes physically smaller than the 25K notes? Yeah, that's a good question. No, they're the same. That's a good question. Our 25K deniers are still good, correct? Yeah, John, that's what everybody was calling me about and panicking. The other gurus apparently scared the caca out of them. Hey, Frank, does 25% seem about right? Well, Guy, for what? Oh, for taxes? No, I'd take it up to 40%. Then you can give yourself a refund. Frank, why don't all the banks take foreign currencies to exchange? Because when I was in America, my bank wouldn't exchange the Australian dinar because of the volume of that currency. I mean, seriously, how many people walk into Fifth Third, Chase Bank, Bank of America, and say, I need to exchange my Australian currency, mate, for American dollars? Probably zero. So a bank eliminates things that don't make them money because it costs them to keep all of that logistics. Should I set aside 50% for taxes or less? BOA. I already answered that question. I'm not a sure. Okay. New bank story. Maryland, I have many of them. And we're not doing that right now. Thanks, but that didn't answer the question of which product just only satisfied the company. It didn't make any sense. Just only.
Liquid BioCell Life. I already answered them.
Yeah, the answer is Liquid BioCell Life. That unless you're diabetic, then go with Liquid BioCell Pure. Thanks, Jen.
Hmm.
Speak and work with your financial advisors and tax attorneys. That's right, C.S. Hessman. Very good. Cheryl Boham, talk to a financial advisor. Amen, amen, amen. Past weekend, you just had the former Assistant Treasury Secretary mention hyperinflation. Yeah, she's a nut. Did the rumor start when they came out and said soon Iraq dinar will be parallel with other currencies in the region? No, Mario. The rumor of the 25 or the 20 was about 2 years ago. That's when that started. Hello, Mr. Pancho. Hello, Gerardo Matonos. Is that right? Yeah, Mat- Matonos. That's a tough name. Hey, Frank. Yes, I remember. Okay. Do you remember? But oh, Frank, maybe the do not disturb button on here. No, it doesn't work. I appreciate your input though. Besides, I get a communications from my other teams. Wow, I have heard that in the past about the 800 numbers. Yeah. Does anyone remember the movie The Sting? Okay, so now I guess we're done with questions because you're Caribbean kid. Thank you kindly for your financial contribution. God bless you. Don Black, I appreciate you taking the time pushing through with these informative podcasts. I'm a cancer survivor too. Hoorah! And I know what it's like to push forward. Yeah, you have no other choice. You become good at pushing forward by the grace and help of God. Owls don't like money. What the heck? Okay, Frank, a few years ago, you told us that we would be able to invest in Iraq unless we had an investor local to Iraq. Will or has that we wouldn't be. Oh, that you wouldn't be. No, well, I'm sorry. You won't be able to invest in the major important things like telecommunications, real estate. All those things are taken already. No, you'll be able. You want to open up a Kentucky Fried Chicken? You know, Kentucky Fried Chicken in China tastes like crap. It's not even the 14 secret recipes or ingredients or spices or whatever. It's like it's like eating cardboard. Anyways, I don't know where that came from. What's this? FBI Lion said you have to go through a heart. Is that a question, really?
No, it's a statement. It's not the first time.
Line. Somebody said,
A guru.
some guru said that you have to go through a heart scan to see if you have a pure heart. If you don't, you can't exchange. What's your take on that, Frank? I think it's funny. I think it's not true at all. Let's see. Any other ones? You sound like the IRS. Okay, Patrick. I don't think he's talking to me. Wow, they sure blocked that. Will the 25 still be good if they introduce it? That's a good. Will the 25K be still be good if they introduce the 20K? Danielle, go back and listen to this whole lecture. I talked to you about coexistence in detail. Please enjoy. Let's see, what's another, Frank? So no special redemption centers if no 800. No, no, Sharon. It's just some gurus. Think about what I just told you. You want an 800 number for your bank? It's in the the back of your credit card. I thought the IRS was gone. Oh, no, unfortunately, it's being weaponized. They're visiting your home. They never visit your home. They're being weaponized. But things, it's our turn very soon. It's our turn very soon. DJ said, I fell asleep. Yeah, I do that to people, DJ. Frank, glad. Love you, DJ. Mr. Frank, you seem like this is coming to an end. No more teaching, but will you keep your KTFA website open? Yeah, but it won't be to teach anything. You know what I mean? It'll be except for the teachings of the Bible. We're going to strictly go into missionary work, build churches, send people to be educated, to seminar schools, to Bible college. We're going to feed the poor. We're going to help the widows, the orphans. We're going to do what God asked us to do with this money. My intentions are not to leave this world with my bank filled with money. My intentions are to leave this world by helping as many as I can with this money. Frank, if they can't define a woman, why do they march for women's rights? Because it's hypocrisy. It's hypocrisy. When that woman said she couldn't define what she was, I mean, you might as well ask a lady to open her legs and kick her between the legs as hard as you can, because that's the feeling you left her with. You can't tell me what a woman, you're a woman, you can't tell me what a woman is. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to cause? What fires are you setting on purpose? How stupid are you not to know that this is a man and this is what? Bring in that 5-year-old child. Can you tell me what a man is? You? Okay. Can you tell me what a woman is? That ugly woman up there that doesn't know what a woman is? Thank you, sweetheart. Have a good day. Ay, ay, ay. Anyways, I better. I think I better go. What is this, Frank? Why isn't everybody moving to Puerto Rico? Well, Puerto Rico has a political structure that is not very sound. It's rather mafioso. And also, you're out in the Caribbean, the Bermuda Triangle. um, you guys got some serious bad weather that just devastates you. Every 5, 10 years, you literally have to rebuild, don't you? The one thing about Puerto Rico is that you have endless waterfalls. I envy you for that. Alrighty, we headed down the hall to pick out technology. Now, if you participate in the first basket, are you allowed to participate in the second basket, or is this double dipping? Joyce, good question. There will not be a double basket. There will not be a second basket. There will only be one. That's got to be from somewhere else. Hi, Frank. I went to a small bank and I asked about the 25,000 coverage and was told that it was per Social Security. Wow, but it would go up depending on beneficiary. Wow, Elaine, I would stay far away from that bank. Mucho far away. And Medina, you asked the question 5 times. Okay. Make it 6 times. Okay. Wait till you get the McDonald's. That's not it.
No, that
People.
was about the food in Israel. Stephanie said, wait till you order the McDonald's combo. The hamburgers are huge.
Really? Can I order a cookie?
No, they don't have cookies at McDonald's.
They got cookies at McDonald's?
No, they don't.
Oh, no, that's Starbucks. Okie dokie. Let me see. Any other ones? The new KTFA fan will be good thing. No, God, wait. Okay. Has Eddie seen the new small cat? Very nice. Oh, well, thank you. That's kind, Frank. If I sell 1 million dinars and set half of the money aside for taxes, Would you recommend making an anticipated tax payment right away rather than keeping the tax money in a bank and risk being bailed in? Yeah, I don't trust American banks. Period. End of story. That's it. Finito. I don't any further. I don't even want my money in a bank. And as far as uh, would you recommend making an anticipated? Hey, the best thing for you to do is go ahead and put the money in your quarterly tax payments. Every 3 months, if you're self employed, you have to have your own taxes collected by yourself. Every 3 months, send to Uncle Sam what you estimate. It's better that way. That way, there's no problems. Do you believe that Trump will be president? Pat Harris, yes. Oh, yes. Fool me once, okay. Fool me twice, how stupid are you? Philippines has endless waterfalls too. Yeah, I know, John Kovac. I heard about that. Another great UB2. Oh, thank you, Joe. That's kind of you. In my opinion, are we gonna make our money on the fills after the drop the three zeros on the 30 notes? No, no, Peter. Fills is change. You're talking about 1,000 pennies that makes one Iraqi dinar. No, 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 no. If if my irrevocable trust owns my dinars, is it taxed as cap? No, I'm not answering that. They have cookies in McDonald's in Scotland. Oh, Donna. Okay, okay. Oh, Donna says triple chocolate. Oh, there is cookies in. What's that chocolate cake that's got chocolate inside? It's only about like it looks like a cupcake. It's only about this big, and you bite into it, and it's all rich chocolate, but inside it's got this rich chocolate liquidy stuff.
Lava cake.
Lava cake. That sounds about right.
When you cut it, it oozes out
Yeah,
chocolate.
it oozes out all the time. Frank, can you tell us what you mean by Biden can't touch the money? No, I can't tell you. James Robinson, when Gasser Nasser is implemented, you would only pay taxes when you spend the money. Yeah, just Sarah and Nasser or whatever. Uh, don't touch it, Frank. Just leave it alone. Walk on by. Just walk on by, Renee. Do do do. Good evening, Frank and Tink. Thank you for all you do. Praying and happy. Okay, that's not a question. Love the green suit. I thought it was yellow. Okay. Frank, is there only one basket? Yeah, that's what I said. Do we need to wait for the rest? No, I already answered that question. Frank, would you deposit some money in a credit union? Only to help the credit union. A credit union represents small businesses, and a credit union doesn't have the type of power that even a mom and pop bank have. Well, maybe some large credit unions like Ford Industry Credit Union or something, or the military, yeah, the USFA or whatever that's called. The big credit unions, I can see investing money in it, and their return is not going to be like the bigger banks. Oh, Philippines has lots. Why would uh, why would bug the banks when the rate has not changed? Please don't bother the banks until after the rate changes at the CBI. Keep quiet, Frank. Do you feel after you mean our blessing that we should put our money into precious metals and dong as safe investments? Dan Shepherdson. Dan, I believe that that's just two of many things, and I've given you many examples. I've even told you what I was looking at. Everything from opals in Australia to diamonds in Africa. I mean, diversify, diversify. I would much rather have a football team of 11 players that can play every position than 11 players that only play one position. I own 15. I will qualify for. Will I qualify for any special rates? Jamie, there will only be the rate that the CBI offers. When a guru tells you that they can give you a better rate than the CBI, run as fast as you can away from them. They're flat out lying to you. It's impossible and it's against the law. Alrighty, Canuck, Frank, greed will play in this RI. When does one know when to cash in? No comment. You have to know that yourself. What is QFS? Actually, nothing of interest to us. I mean, the quantitative financial system is one of the mechanisms that they're using to go international. One Lord. Frank, how can we invest in Iraq? The best way is to look at their stock market. Is there a place called Cookie Factory in the mail near me? Wow, in the mall near me. Wow, all types cookies stuff. Oh, buddy. Oh, it's the Chef Melanisa. Hi, how are you? Bacchus, you mentioned number two is loading the ATMs, correct? Here with lower dinars, correct? Does and that should tell you something about timing. Okay. Does he have an end date to accomplish this by? Yes. Good question. And is this all over U.S. area or just a certain area? I just know about walking sticks, friends, their banks. That's all I really know. We'll be told about all the other ones. The CBI will tell you when they release them. When Iraq goes 1 to 1 and floats with the smaller notes, how do they adjust prices on goods and services? With a pencil and paper. It's not complicated. You see, you see that price? Yeah, it says 99. Well, it's crossed out. You see that price? Oh, it says $1.99. Well, that's your price. Okay. Any word on the dong? I don't talk about the dong, Peter, unless I'm in a really good mood. Medina, no capital taxes in Puerto Rico? Now that I will agree. That is true. Ah, but you do still have a certain debt that you owe to Puerto Rico's government, though, don't you? Uh huh. It's un poquito, un poquito. You just got to pay un poquito. Okay. No fear, much love, mechanisms in order. Hoorah, White Rabbit. What is IS? Another mechanism. Wow, it's the same person asking all these. They're just platforms, international platforms that will help the Iraqi dinar to be stable, secure, and strong in the international market, especially when it floats. Family, we've been together for an hour and a half, and I've answered a lot of your. Is it true those of us on Social Security will get 1,000 more in April on April the 1st? I don't know anything about that, Holly.
April Fool.
April Fools is what that sounds like. Biden can't give you any more free money. Biden can't give you any more free money. We are in control of the floor now. There's no way in the world that his budget is going to pass. There's no way in the world that he's going to be able to print anything. We need to put our money in our military. We need to put our money in our senior citizens and our children's education. We need to put our money on the borders. We need to put our. Oh, do they, Lauren? Thank you for telling me about those cookies. Brother Frank, God has healed you from, I think it means from the crown of your head to the sole of your feet by the healing of blood of Jesus of Nazareth. Amen, amen, amen. Well, family, I think we're done. I think we're done. You got some good information, didn't you? Yeah. Things that are not on the internet. Yeah. God bless you all. Thank you for being with us me tonight. I'll see you again on Monday, unless there's something that happens. And this is the last week of this month, the month where they're educating them. I strongly believe that next month they're going to start to show them. For example, hey Frank, has Eddie seen the new small category notes? Y'all take care. God bless you. Sweet aloha. I'm excited. I know you're excited, but I'm more excited about what I haven't answered yet. Aloha. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
You have to turn it. Have to turn it off.
I have to turn it off.
Yeah, just go.
It stopped. Oh, it's back. Oh, it froze over here. Oh, golly, they took away what I was doing. Oh, Bamarushki. Anyways, let me finish what I was doing because then we got to get going here. Yeah, I think I drew him just perfect. Yeah. What do you think, family? Unfortunately, my thumb got in the way, but that's a picture of you. I hope you like it. Bye bye. I don't see the X, babe. What do I do? I'm serious. Come here. Tell me what to do. I, thumbs up. Where, babe? Is it up here? No.
No,
Honestly, I don't know. I don't see anywhere how to turn this off.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
What's down there at the bottom?
Three
What it is?
dots. Three
See,
dots.
that's it.
Hit that.
I don't know.
Cancel. Save highlights. Share.
No.
Eat a cookie. No, I ain't that. Seriously, Jen, what do I do? Maybe it's this button here?
No, that's
Ooh!
tap it
Notifi-
again. I don't know what that is.
Holy cow, honey bunny. I don't know what to do. How do you... Guys, how do you turn this off? Oh, there it is. Bye-bye. End.